Until 1979, Iran was an authoritarian monarchy ruled by Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. He was supported by the US. Off, armed with long-range high-precision missiles.
Oh my God.
The US, Israel, and Iran have a long history of tensions.
Major combat operations in Iran.
Ali Khamenei, a cleric who quickly rose through the ranks and had become a key figure in the religious leadership of the country.
When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take.
Trump releases a video officially announcing the military operation and urges the Iranian people to take over their government.
If we will look at the past event with the name of Al-Quds Day, happened in Iran and all over the world, from here a lot of analysts predicted different kind of visions. Because after the death of their supreme leaders, after the death of the Iran high officials, a lot of people were claiming that the regime change Israel and USA will bring the regime change. But that event, after the Al-Quds Day, their predictions, according to analysts, it went totally wrong. Because on the Al-Quds Day, the high officials of Iran came in public, appeared in public, and showed no fear in their eyes.
They're going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated.
After that kind of confusion arisen between the people, that these officials don't even care about the death, even though they are still marching and accepting the extreme rage of the Israel against the Palestinians, and they are protesting for the sake of the Palestinians, for the sake of the Gaza.
Khomeini abandoned the former Shah's pro-Western stance. The US and its close ally Israel were declared sworn enemies.
So that brings a lot of confusion that to which extent they are leading to.
If we look at this war at another perspective, that Iran is gaining in this war, and USA is going to be in loss of $1 billion per day due to this war. And if we look at the tensions and the situations in the Europe, the Spain also opposed the US attack against the Iran and said that this policy, short-term pain for the long-term gain, is not accurate and not reasonable for the interest of the Europe.
To prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship, hour of your freedom is at hand.
So a lot of analysts are quite and totally confused that this war has changed the political standards of the world. Not only the political standards, as well as the economical standards too. Because in the Strait of Hormuz, Iran shut down all the trades and allowed only the Chinese cargoes and ships, and allowing them to trade with the world and not allowing the US ships, even though the US tried, but they attacked and destroyed their one ship filled with oil, and also stated that we are waiting for the US ships to arrive.
2018, President Trump pulled out of the deal.
The fact is, this was a horrible one-sided deal that should have never, ever been made.
So here a lot of tensions more arises that the Ukrainian officials released the statements that Russia is taking gain and profit from their oil up to $500 million per day, which is unreasonable and inappropriate regarding the interest of the Ukraine. So this kind of very uncertainty is spreading, and a lot of predictive analysts are claiming that this war will have a very negative impacts on the USA interest, and maybe in the future the USA will lose this war. So it's up to you how you'll take it, but this is kind of a very serious consciousness spreading all over the world, all over the analysts, and they are describing and explaining it in their own visions. So it's up to you how you will take it, but regarding these tensions, this is very unpredictable.
Fight back and assured continuity of governance. The strike on the government compound was just one part of the operation. Repeatedly engaged in conflicts, sanctions were imposed onto Iran. Iran became a key financier of anti-Israeli militias in the region. Over time, Iran, Israel, and the US repeatedly engaged in conflicts. According to the New York Times, their attacks focused primarily on targets in eastern Iran, far away from Israel. They also attacked the Iranian fleet. Trump called for an uprising of the Iranian people against their government, saying help is on its way. US began to build up troops in the region, with Trump repeatedly threatening Iran.
And on another hand, on Duran line, a conflict has arisen where the hundreds or thousands of soldiers from both the countries, Pakistan and Afghanistan, died in that conflict. And that conflict is totally about the Bagram airbase, which the US wants for the Iran, against the Iran, which the US wants for the Hormuz River. Because this will bring a very economical stability both the US, to both the Europe, to the Russia, to the China. So here a lot of analysts are claiming that the World War III will happen because of this conflict, but we are not pretty sure that the World War III will happen because of these conflicts. In all over the world, among all the nations, none of the leader wants the World War III, because it will be the World War III, it will be the nuclear war. So from here you can imagine that this will never bring the chaotic pace to the regime, to the continents, on high level, on nuclear basis, on atomic basis.